Hey guys, so I just wanted to do another video. I know I said I would do one right away and I didn't. I do apologize for that. Um, Life has been busy after graduating and it's a blessing. So it is January now. I got my license back in July of 2017. And so I wanted to go over a couple of questions I got direct message to me. Also, thank you everybody for all the likes and the positive feedback. I really didn't think that I was going to get any comments or any questions from other estheticians or just people who watched the video. People actually liked it, so I'm glad. That was the whole point of me doing that video. That video really gave me confidence. I didn't like putting myself the thought of putting myself on YouTube was like, oh my gosh, like not just like people, people I know, but people I don't know. So it was definitely an experience and I actually liked it. So now I'm making this other video and I want to go over the common questions I got and just a little couple things that I want to mention so that you're aware that when it's your game day. So the first question I received that was very a common question I received was I nervous? I was very nervous, guys. I don't know what I was thinking, but I had a month off. So I graduated in June, and my test was in July, and I did not really study that whole month. I blocked off the week before my test. I forced myself to block that week off so that I can study. I studied during my lunch. I studied at night when my kids were asleep, so you can make it happen. I passed. I didn't know I can get the score, by the way. You can ask what your score is when, you're done. I didn't know, so I wish I had known that before. So when you get your license or when you get talked to at the end, ask what your score was, and they should be able to tell you. But I think it's find out mine. But as long as I passed, I'm just kidding, no. Don't think like that. I honestly, I hope I got like high 90s because I know I wasn't bad. Especially my practical, I should have got like 100%. I know for a fact. So, yes, study. No excuses, guys. I worked full time and then I worked part time doing my esthetician services, and I'm a mother, so there's no excuse at all that you don't have time to study. You have time. Stay up late if you have to study. Like I said, study during your lunch, any breaks that you have, do it. You can do it. I promise. And let's see. What to wear. So I wore all black. I thought that's the safest way to go. There were people wearing like esthetician white coats. And you can wear that. You don't have, but don't go out of your way to go buy it unless you want to. It's up to you. It's your preference. I mean, if I could save money, why not? I wore all black. It was fine. I actually saw girls wearing jeans and a t-shirt, and it was fine. And I saw them get their license. So I don't really think that makes a huge of a difference. But I would honestly go safe and wear all black. You can't go wrong with black. Let's see. So when you get there in the morning, get there early. That's my recommendation. Get there between 7:30, 7:45. You don't want to be rushing in, getting there right at 8 a.m. and then, it just doesn't look good. Get there early. You're relaxed. You're like, all right, I'm already here. Let's just get this written test done. That's it. Everyone in the morning that at the Glendale location is super nice. I was like, what? I heard people were mean, and they were super nice, very helpful. And I don't know what people were talking about. So I was like, maybe I came on a good day, And so, but when you get there, you're going to need your proof of training letter, which is sealed. So do not open or else it looks like you tampered with it. And you don't want none of that problem. So don't open it. You're going to need your ID. And then you're going to need the letter you receive in the mail, which is like shows the date of your test, and sign it, guys. I'll get to that later why you need to sign it. And let's see. You don't need to bring your kit. I saw a lot of girls with their kit, like their big old bag of their kit. And I'm like, oh my gosh, am I supposed to bring my kit? Like, they made me second guess myself. And I was like, no. Because then I saw girls who didn't have it. And I'm like, I think they're just prepared in case they needed it. I don't know. But for the written guys, you don't need your kit. Leave your kit in your car. Save your shoulder the hassle. You don't need it. Also, a lot of people wanted to know what I used for my kit. I had a little luggage with the handle with the wheels, and so that's what I used. I didn't use a duffel bag I didn't use a duffel bag. I did see a lot of girls with duffel bags, but I went Safeway, like black luggage thing that carried all my stuff, fit perfectly well. If I would did the duffel bag, it would have been fine. I just felt more organized with my luggage, and it was fine. I had it since I was like 5th grade, and I still have it, and it worked perfect. So if you have one, or if you can borrow like a family member's or a friend's, I would recommend doing that. Okay, so parking structure. So I parked under the building, $7 parking, cash only, guys. I didn't bring cash. The lady was super sweet, let me park there. She was super sweet, and she let me park there. And she's super nice. Let me park there when she could have been like, no, go park up there in the street, but she didn't. And so if you leave though, guys, if you leave the parking structure, you're gonna have to pay another $7. So it was total $14. And so I gave her tip because I was like, she could have been like, no girl, like give me the money now, which she should have, but she didn't. So she was super nice, and I appreciated it, because that's the last thing I need is more stress on that day, All right. Then the number one question I got was, what is on the test? What do I need to really study for? Guys, you need to study everything. Like, I think oh my gosh. Okay, don't look there. Okay, study everything, please. I've also talked to other estheticians, and they said it wasn't a specific subject that was focused on their test. Neither was mine. Mine honestly had anatomy, of course, chemistry, skin conditions, massage movements. It has everything. It has like 10% of everything, and then it also has like 10% of what the heck. I didn't even learn this in school. So you have to study. And everybody's subject, everyone's test is different, I believe. I mean, it could be the same. I just felt like everyone had something different to say about it. So, guys, just study everything. Study the terminology, definitely. What it means, what the scent is good for. Yeah, everything. So, no trying to like focus on one thing. If you feel like you're bad at one subject, then focus on that one subject. Because if you're like, oh, skin conditions, I got that, then I wouldn't really focus on it. I would go over it, but focusing on it, then I would, anatomy and chemistry, I really took the time to study that, because I was like, I don't know, I'm not sure, and so I knew what my weak points were, and so that's where I studied. Okay, signing your paper before going for the practical. So the lady gave me back my paper during the written, and she said bring it back for the practical. So I was like, cool, I got it. And so for some reason I thought, I'm not gonna sign it. I'm just gonna sign it in front of the lady, because that's probably what they want us to do. They want a witness to see that I signed that paper, and that's why I'm not gonna sign it. That's the worst decision I made. So during that time for the practical, everybody's in this room. There's like 10 10, actually like 20 benches going down the roll. And there's like, they put everybody at a number. Each bench has a number and they assign you to a bench randomly. It's not, you know, they choose where you go or they know where you're going to sit. They're just like, you go to number 5, you go to number blah, blah, blah. So I was on my bench. The lady's like, everyone be quiet, no talking to each other. Everybody get this sheet out. I need you to have it out, and you know, if you have any questions, raise your hand. If not, no talking. And so I look around, everyone's paper is signed, and I'm like, what the heck? And this lady was pretty strict, like, don't bother her unless you really have to. And so I was like, goodness, now I'm gonna be the one that bothers her. So I raised my hand, and I was like, excuse me, do you have a pen I can borrow? And she says, there's a pencil in your kit, you can use that. And I was like, what? So guys, if you guys don't know, or people who are not taking this test, haven't taken this test, the pencil is in your kit, in your universal kit. So I would literally have to open my luggage, find my universal kit, which it's not hard, but like, you're gonna be moving stuff around, get the pencil, sign it. Like my luggage was huge. So I would literally have to lay it down, open it up, and sign it. And I was just like, why didn't I just sign it? I should have just signed it. And so I kind of look forward and I see a hand with a pen behind their back. And I was like, and so I grabbed the pen, I signed my paper, and I put the pen back in the person's hand. I was like, thank you. I had to whisper, like, thank you. It was a guy. I don't even think he spoke English, honestly, but thank you so much. You saved my life from opening the luggage and trying to find that pencil. You are a lifesaver. Thank you. I hope you passed. That was really nice of you. So I always say, guys, ask and you shall receive. Even though a lot of people think like, oh, it's stupid. Like, I want $1 million. Yeah, it's not going to happen, guys. You're not going to just get $1 million just because you ask for it. You got to really, like, I don't know how to explain it. But I used to tell my coworkers, if you're watching, I love you guys. I miss you. I tell them, ask and you shall receive. And they didn't believe me, but then when we started speaking out loud to each other, because we used to sit in cubicles, so we would just shout to each other. And sometimes I'd be like, I need a tissue, or God help me, or something small. And like seconds later, someone's like, oh, I have a tissue. Or I know this sounds silly, but it's so, please try it. Say it to the world, say it to God, whoever you know, say it to the world. It'll happen. I promise. I promise. And you're going to be like so stunned. And you're going to be like, Monique was right. And I was like, yes, I was. Okay, so sorry. I always get distracted and I have stories to tell. Okay. Another good thing to bring up. Your mannequin heads. Make sure your mannequin head does have eyebrows. There was a lady in our room. The lady, the prompter, I don't know what they are called, but she told us all to take our mannequin heads to make sure we all had one. So you need one. It needs to have eyebrows. For some reason, I knew it needed eyebrows, so I when I got it, I kind of shaped the eyebrow with the pencil, and then I went over it with Sharpie. And it's very easy. Draw it out, outline it, then you go over it with Sharpie. This lady, hers was still in the bag where it hadn't even been opened yet. She did not have eyebrows. God blessed her because somebody had a Sharpie and she was able to put eyebrows on it. But the lady was like, your mannequin head does not have eyebrows. If it does not have eyebrows before you leave this room to go to the test, you're not going to be able to take your test. And everyone's like, oh my gosh. So, yes, God bless her. Somebody had a Sharpie. She drew on those eyebrows real quick. Yes. But your mannequin head cannot have lipstick, cannot have lashes, cannot have blush, cannot have eyeshadow. So guys, make sure your mannequin head is clear, nothing. I had a flathead mannequin head. So it wasn't like a full doll head where it had hair and all that stuff. No, it was just the flat head, eyes closed kind of thing. And then I just drew the eyebrows on. It was fine. It was fine. So keep that in mind. Exam room. Exam room has about 6 to 9 people. I don't even know what exam room I was in. But it's actually like not actual rooms. It's just like a shelf that blocks the next room. And then it's the next exam room. And then the next one. So everybody's in this big old room. But it's all like you don't see the other exam room because it's cut off by shelves. It was very nerve-wracking. I was like, it was hot in there. I was sweating. Like, oh my gosh. But I knew I was going to do great at the practical because our school, I went to Career Academy of Beauty, and Miss Christina was my freshman and senior teacher, and then Miss Lisa was our teacher who, you know, watched over us while we were giving the services. So I love them both. Go to Career Academy of Beauty. I went a night student right here. Woohoo! So yes, they were awesome. Miss Christina really went over the practical, even the test. The test, I feel like it was just a lot, but with the practical, like I felt 100% confident doing it because she was just very strict when she gave us the test. She acted like if she was, you know, a judge just looking at us like, and she would write down what we did wrong, and she was awesome. So I just felt super confident going in for the practical, and I mind my own business. If I'm gonna look and see what the other person's at, that looks like I don't know what I'm doing. Even though you may know what you're doing, but you looking at someone else like, oh, what part are they at? Oh, they're on the cleansing part. Oh, they're on the mask part. Like, then it looks like you don't know what you're doing. Don't pay attention to anyone but yourself. Do your steps that you learned at school, and that's it. Because that looks like, oh, this girl doesn't need to be bothered. I don't even have to look at her because she knows what she's doing. Like, you just go with the flow. Even if you mess up, just keep doing it. Keep doing those little facial movements, like, you know, just keep doing it. Don't look like you don't know what you're doing. Just wing it, girl. Just wing it. I mean, wing it, girl or boy. Either one. Yes, do you, boo-boo. What else? I feel like I'm missing something. You guys also wanted to know if I rented a kit or if I made my own, and I made my own kit, and I honestly was gonna rent the kit because I was like, I have so much stuff going on, I'm just gonna rent it and be done with it. But then one of my friends, Lisa, thanks Lisa, she told me, she took the test before I did. She said, honestly, just make your kit. It's cheaper, you can customize it to what you want, and you know, you save money in the end. And so when she told me that, I was like, that makes sense. Like, I was about to spend $150 or so, I think, on it. And I ended up, what I did was I went to 2 stores. I went to the 99-cent store, which I got a lot of the stuff at. You can find makeup there, you can find towels, you can find a lot of things at the 99-cent store. And whatever I couldn't find there, I went to a store called Skylark in, I'm not sure if it's in Garden Grove or Westminster, but I'm from Orange County, California, so I went to that store. There's a lot of little like beauty supply stores, but I went to that one specifically just because a friend recommended it. So I went there, and boom, my kit was done, and I literally paid. How much in total? I probably spent like between $60 to $75. I wouldn't even say $75. Probably like $60, $65, honestly, for everything. And I still had a bunch of stuff left over. I wish I could show you guys a picture of all my stuff because the way we did it at school, it was exactly the same, but I used like a clear container for my items to be disinfected instead of using a paper bag. So I used the paper bag with the plastic bag over the paper bag for my trash and also for my soiled linens. But for my items to be disinfected, I actually got a clear container where I labeled it items to be disinfected, and I was just putting all the stuff in there, and it was very easy. I'm so happy I did it that way, because if I would have did it through the bag way, cleaning it up like when I brought it home to clean it up, it would have just been a mess. And so it was so much easier just using the clear container. I really liked it. So that's just you know, if you are thinking of doing that or didn't think about doing that, I really liked it. I'm also gonna link a video below. It wasn't exactly the way I would do my practical, but it really did help the week before, kind of just getting a refresher. I believe she's an instructor at a rental company, and the way she did it was a lot different than what I did, but it was a nice refresher. That's all I'm gonna say. It was a nice refresher. Seeing the steps was helpful and helped me remember, okay, this is how I do it. And that's why, and it also gave me the confidence to like, oh, okay, I got it, I remember now. And so I'll link it below so you guys can watch it if you haven't watched it already. But remember, guys, still go by what you learned at school, because it's very important. Doing it someone's way is from what you learn. You might mess up, and then you're blanking out, and then you don't pass. So just do it the way you learned, but the link below will help you give a good refresher. I think that's it. So if you guys have any questions, any other questions, please send me a link. You can follow my IG, Face and Body by Mo. I'll put it down in the comments so you guys can see. But honestly, you guys can do it. I believe in you guys. I actually believed in myself, which I never did before. And I believe in you guys. You guys can do it. I went to school for 8 months. I was a night student. It's tough. Believe me, I know how tough it is. It's hard. But when you get that license, you're like, it was all worth it. And then you get to do whatever you want within your license, what your license allows you to do. Then you actually forget about that day in school. I like to reminisce and be like, oh man, I can't believe I did that. Like, my husband held me down for those 8 months, like mom and dad, while I was away, because I didn't see my kids. And I know the struggle, and it's hard, but you can do it. I have trust in you. I believe in you. If you believe in yourself and you have the drive and the courage and the confidence to do it, you can do it. But thank you guys for watching. I hope I answered a lot of the questions I got. Just an update. I did hear that there's going to be a change, or either there has been a change or there is going to be a change about, what was it, the last step, the blood part. I can't remember the name. Okay, well, when they get at the end of the facial, when they get a cut, and then you got to do the band-aid part. So I heard they're going to switch that not towards the end. It's going to be in the beginning, I think. So just, your teachers will tell you at your school. And so I also got questions about wanting to know my background, why I actually wanted to become an esthetician, what drove me to do it. And so I'll save that for another video. But until then, guys, I wish you all the best. Good luck. Keep moving. Keep driving. Keep doing you. You know what? Don't follow what other people do. Do what you love and do what you like, and it'll all come together. I promise. Bye, guys.